today's podcast, and welcome to the Cage Bird Sings. I am your host, Sherika Shay. I like to call myself Sherika Shay. And I have Ali on the other end. Please say hello to the people.
All right, hello, how everybody doing tonight?
Yes,
Peace and
yes.
blessings.
Peace and blessings always. All right, then. Let's get into it. Let's not hold the people. So today's topic is
Man,
going to be about community. You know, the importance of community and why it's so important, or why I feel it's so important. From my perspective, community is important because it's so many reasons, right? Not again, but it gives you a sense of belonging, right? Somewhere that you can go, someone that you can talk to. Um, it helps decrease like that isolation, especially with the youth and the young children. Having a community is so important. And with even with mental health, especially like I said, back to the children, it's about the children. You know what I'm saying? Because if we raise healed children, the world will be a different place. It'll be a better place. And that all starts with community. That all starts with the support. Having the different programs, having the different organizations to where the kids can come and be able to express themselves, be able to be comfortable within themselves, with their peers, in a group setting, doing something positive, taking them off the streets, right? Taking them out of the, corners and things like that. So I think, community is very important and it's very necessary. It's a it's a part of the, I'll say, it's a part of responsibility and accountability, that we as adults should do our best to fight for our children so they can have safe communities. You know what I'm saying? Community centers and different programs that they can actually come and engage, learn, and grow. So that's why I think, communities are so important. So, yeah. Now, well, let me get your perspective on community.
it's great that you know that we had this topic. I think it's vital, not only for me and you, but for the people. That's the community.
Right.
Uh, we lack so many different things, right? And one of the things I want to piggyback on what you said in regards of having these different programs, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's funding for different programs. Obviously, they got a lot of different programs out there in different parts of LA, uh, and they have these different programs. But what I want to touch on, and I think is important, they lack guidance. The young men and the young women, they don't have no guidance. It's easy to say something to somebody, but if you're not living that, how could you say that to a person? They're not gonna understand you. So a lot of people in our community have to understand these young men and young women. They need that guidance, that real guidance, right? When they looking at the person that's talking to them, they need to first understand that this person comes from where they come from. There has to be respect. There has to be maturity there in order for this person to be able to have the understanding. But we need to make sure that we put in place these type of things. So when a kid comes to Sherika or comes to Ali and say, I'm going through, he was speaking about mental health and things, that they feel comfortable because the person that they're talking to is going to have a safe space for them
Right.
and be relatable.
Mm-hmm.
You have to relate to these kids nowadays because these kids are not just going to listen to you because you said you so and so and so and so.
Right.
They don't care. They gonna look at your action. Your action gonna tell it all.
Right.
And if your action don't match what you're saying, they're going to disregard what you're saying. That's why I say it's not only vital in that regard, but it's highly important that we sit here when we say we're going to lead, that we truly lead by example. The community, man, is so important. You know, the laws. Just look at, you know, this year. They just changed all these laws, and the laws is now predicated on washing up our people, blacks and Hispanics. And nobody didn't go vote. How did nobody didn't go vote? 36, Prop 36, 33, Prop 6. Those things are a part of the community. And those things are not protecting our youngins, the future kings and queens. It's putting them at risk.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to understand a whole lot, Sherika, honestly. Like, we need to really, like, evaluate and understand what community truly means.
Absolutely.
It's the people.
Right.
And it's the, if the people not one, man, you only as strong as your weakest link. That's a saying, right?
That is a saying.
And the reality is, man, and I'm not disrespecting nobody, and I'm just speaking the truth. Man, we weak as hell.
Mm.
Because every day we lose it.
Mm.
We too busy worrying about things that don't mean nothing.
Mm.
Instead of worrying about the community, people will say, well, you know what? Man, what you mean by that? You know, because you're selfish. When you're selfish, you ain't going to see the reality. Only thing you're going to see is selfishness, because it's not just about me or you, it's about everybody. We're a reflection of each other. And we're responsible, just like you said, for each other. And that's the part people don't understand. We have to get that. We're responsible for each other. Because when they create these laws, they create these laws for us.
True. This is true.
They're not creating the laws for them. They're creating it for us. So we got to really look at it and say, you know what, man? We got to look at our districts and who we voting in the districts.
Mm-hmm. Now,
we got to look at these people because it starts there.
Can you go back and elaborate about how you say we're responsible for each other? Because I kind of don't agree with that. Simply because. Go ahead. Let me hear your.
No. Tell me why you don't agree with it first, and then I'll elaborate. Go ahead.
The only reason why I don't agree with another adult being accountable for another adult is because we have the same 24 hours. We have the same ability to get out here and do what is right for us and our family. We have the ability to learn to do better. We have the ability to expand and heal as individuals, and so it's an individual affair, even though it's an individual affair for me, because I can only take you so far, right? I can only guide you so far. But if you, that other individual on the other side of me, pouring into you, giving into you, sharing with you, giving you these things, if you are not being able to stand up and see who you are, see what you deserve, know what you deserve, right? And fight for the things that you deserve, how am I responsible for you at that point?
So, when I speak about being responsible for each other, I speak about it in terms of this. When we wake up, and I wake up, whoever it may be, when I get up, the things that I do, I'm responsible for those things.
Right.
And as I do these things, whatever the case may be, if somebody's watching,
okay,
if somebody's paying attention,
okay.
So this is the responsibility I'm speaking to.
Oh, so you talking about responsible for yourself? Yeah. Okay.
If I'm on the block and I'm, and the little boy and the other my little cousin and my other little cousin, or I'm being disrespectful to my mother, or I'm disrespectful to my woman, I'm responsible for those actions.
Oh yes. Oh
So
yeah.
people have eyes, they see, they hear.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are like sponges.
Oh yes.
So if it's cool for Pops or it's cool for Big Bro to do it and Aunt to do it, I can do it too. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm responsible in that way.
Right.
And that's
Okay.
what we forget. In our minds, we don't even see it as a problem, but it's a big problem.
I get
Because
it
this is
now.
what shapes and molds young people.
I get that.
Even older people, we all seek acceptance in some form.
Mm-hmm.
So every day I get up, I got a young man right here. He just got out the shower. This is one of my good young brothers. He comes out and he's a good programmer. He's a reflection of himself.
Mm.
He can't make nobody be like him, but when he puts out what he puts out,
Mm-hmm.
other people see it and they be like, what's that brother right there? I want to walk like that brother.
Mm.
The mirror that he looks in, he want to look in that same mirror. Some brothers might be like, oh yeah, man. What I speak about. Because at the end of the day, we all are individuals. That's a given.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to separate myself from you because at the end of the day, I want to grow with you mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Okay. I
I
get it.
want you to
I get
understand
that.
that you got true strength.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta display it too so you can see it.
Absolutely.
I want you to see it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm sitting in the house and I'm cussing all day and everything negative, guess what? The kids and all everybody is they hearing it, seeing it too. They gonna be, everything, fuck it.
That's all negative energy. Just recycling
All
itself.
that negative, you're recycling, you're
Mm-hmm.
regurgitating.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's what you eat. You being fulfilled with that. You ain't getting the good nature. We ain't talking about the good tree. We talking about the bad tree with the bad fruit.
And I can't agree with that. I can't agree with, me being accountable for myself and being that reflection to other people, even for like the children and things like that, be an example. And I believe in, you have to lead by example. I used to say that old saying, your parents would tell you when you see your parents doing something they told you not to do as I say and not as I do. But how did that turn out?
Well, it's always subjective.
Yeah.
My point, what I was saying is, I don't, me, I think for me, I think I look at myself and I use myself as an example. Everybody sees life and they view life differently. My point of what I was saying is responsibility is something that's important when it comes within self because therefore somebody's always watching. And I'm not trying to hold you accountable for the next man or the next woman's actions in that regard, but I'm saying as someone that's grown, that's responsible, because that's what we're supposed to be, responsible and accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure that we hold ourselves to that standard. Because when somebody's looking, we don't want them to see the reflection of something that's inconsistent. We're not perfect, but I'm saying I don't want my son or my nephew or my cousin to see me in a certain light where he feels that's cool because at the end of the day, you're doing it.
Mm.
So at least let me stand up and conduct myself as a true black man that I'm supposed to conduct myself as and represent that to the fullest.
Mm.
Is it hard? No, it's no different from anything else. Because at the end of the day, I sure know how to make sure I go pay attention to this rap video, or I go get them job. I'm responsible in that sense. So let's be responsible, in regards of the nature of who we are as men and women. What the saying's not saying is, when you come home and mom's is in the house and she got, daddy from down the street, and daddy up in here with his pants hanging off his ass and every other word is my nigga, that's being a reflection to that kid.
Yeah. You're right.
That's not a great reflection that kid should see. So he needs to be responsible. The mother needs to be responsible, not allowing this nigga in their house. This is what you think your child should see on display. Understand your self-worth
Hmm.
and your value.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting nothing on you that I shouldn't put on you. I'm just saying at the end of the day, your reflection is something that's supposed to be of value, of strength, of character,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes. Yes.
I'm imperfect in a sense, man. I didn't grow up and I didn't had a rough life, and you know this.
Yes. We all
So
imperfect now. Wait. We all imperfect. Go ahead.
What I'm
You
saying
don't just
is,
put yourself in that
you
boat.
know, what you're saying,
Yeah.
So a lot of things that I've seen, I lack true love. I lack true emotion because how I grew up, I wasn't allowed to display that. That was a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
No little boy or no little girl should not understand. They should be able to be vulnerable and be honest with themselves and who they truly are and understand themselves and not hide behind some false image.
Mm. That's deep.
Gotta be responsible, man. I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm a prime example of this.
Absolutely.
I didn't play so many roles in my life
Mm.
and not identify, with being responsible and accountable to the point where I became lost.
Mm.
And now I started to believe I'm this character that they call Baby G now.
Mm.
And that dude was so irresponsible. Guess what? It's a lot of other Baby G that came along.
Mm-hmm.
Because they see me too.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what that leads to? We just gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
People getting hurt. People getting harmed. People
Perpetuating the
becoming in
cycle.
fear.
Yes.
Because that's what there you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ripple effect.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make the ripple effect in a different way. Let me make sure when I get up in the morning and I'm going to work, or when I'm getting up, I'm making sure my house is straight. I'm making sure when I get up that I'm being respectful to my neighbors. I'm being respectful for everything around me. I'm treating my woman like she's supposed to be, treating her like the queen she's deserved to be.
Better preach. Say it louder. Say it louder for the ones in the back.
Let me be that reflection.
Right.
Let me not be the dude that's running around putting my hands on.
Mm.
I don't want to live in that trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I want to grow and I want to mature because I understand these ways that I've seen, the responsibility that I've seen people, it affected me in the wrong way.
Hmm.
And that's all I'm saying. I understand what you're saying because at the end of the day, the truth be told, we all are individuals and we all make our own decisions and we all make our own choices.
Right.
That's facts.
Right.
But the other facts is that when you sit down and you look at everything in your life, man, we are a reflection of it.
That's true. Oh, yes. We are a reflection.
That's just the God honest truth.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle once said, Big C, he once said, you hang around 7 dumb niggas.
You gonna be the what?
The 8th dumb nigga.
Okay, you gonna be the 8th.
Be the 8th dumb nigga.
Okay.
Excuse my language. I know this, but I just want to be real.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I want to be authentic because at the end of the day, the people deserve that. The
Absolutely.
community deserves that. We want to protect our community, man. We
This
want to get back to the essence when black was truly beautiful. When we had substance, we would fight for each other, not physically, but we'll fight for each other. We lack education. We lack emotion. We lack vulnerability. We lack understanding. We lack these things. And as we continue to lack these things, they're going to continue to use these laws places like I am right now because I want to be irresponsible. And I don't want to be accountable because you know what? I ain't responsible for nobody. No, we not saying it in that sense, but we are. When I'm strong, you strong, say.
Yeah.
When you speak, I listen. You a queen.
Mm-hmm.
A beautiful queen. I listen because I know that you're going to give me things and nurture me in such a way that I'm going to grow. That's what we need in our community again.
Yes.
We need that substance. We need to be fed that good cornbread. You know,
Yes.
good neck bones. that good cabbage. We need to be fed that.
You're right. You are so right.
That's just how I feel, man. I respect everybody's opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not here to get you to agree with me. I'm just here to share something that, that transpired. And I'm here to be transparent, basically. I don't knock nobody. But we have to really sit down and make sure that we listen. Sometimes it's good to sit down with your child and actually listen and have a conversation and ask them how they doing.
Sometimes, all the time, you need to be in your child's face all the time. I'm just throwing that in there. That's all. I'm just throwing my 2 cents. Yeah. Every day, you need to check in on your child.
Yeah, let them play on the video game all day. Ask them how they school.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let's get back to the essence of sitting at the table with them and helping them with their homework.
Absolutely.
That's a form of bonding.
Absolutely.
That's a form of bonding. Them kids need that. That's important for them kids. Instead of letting them play on the goddamn video game, and then you got the nerve to be mad at them when they don't want to get off. Tell them they got school in the morning. Come on now. Let's be responsible.
We do have to be responsible. I think, I took a while back, I took child development 101. And I think every parent needs to take child development 101. If you become pregnant, I believe every single individual, every male and female, need to take child development 101. There's so much knowledge just in that. Yes. There's so much knowledge. Yeah. Child Development 101, and how important it is for us to be the opposite of what we didn't get. It's important for us to be present. It's important for us to change and flip those cycles. We have to. It's imperative. It's imperative.
You're definitely right, man.
Yeah.
You're definitely right. You hit that on the head because at the end of the day, man, we're continuing that cycle.
That's it.
As long as we continue that cycle, man, we ain't gonna never be able to come to the point where it's gonna be fixed in that sense. If that's the proper word to put there.
Mm-hmm.
Fixed. We don't want to keep perpetuating that cycle, man.
Nah, because it ends with us, okay? It ends with us. It ends with us. There you go. It ends with us.
Facts.
It ends with us. That's my vitamin D3. But yes, cousin. Okay, I love you. I love you. This is a beautiful topic. I just look forward to getting deeper and deeper, different conversations and all that good stuff. Thank y'all for joining us. Chime in, leave a comment, ask a question. Anything you want to say to the people, Ali?
I just want to say, man, first of all, let me say I thank you for the opportunity, giving me your time and your space. I love you too. I just want us to really, when we sit down at night, where we at in our bed or where we at, just take a moment and just think, about the things that you went through in your life and the experience and what you lacked and what you need, that true nurturing. And when you look at your child, think about them. Because the reality is we're responsible for them, man. We truly are. And I want you to truly understand that actions is cause and its effect. And we want to stop losing, man. We need to get back to the essence of community. That's all I want to say. Peace.
Peace, peace, family.